So first up is California State University, Long Beach. Their project is titled Systems Approach, a solution for local transportation with global impact. It's a project that focuses on community engagement and education targeting clean transportation. With it, they're demonstrating their aim to play a vital role in meeting a pressing need. Professor Heather Barker is the team lead. Heather, we're eager to hear from you.
Can I ask one real quick question? Sorry to interrupt. No. Will we be given a summary of each of the projects, or should I take notes?
There are some, yes, so all of this is being recorded. This will go up on the website. There are short summaries on the website right now, and on a rolling basis, all of the full proposal materials from all of the schools will be up on the website. Thanks, Laura. Okay, Heather.
Yes, thank you. Thanks again to Pando, who has been extraordinary in the past initiative, as well as really following their mission successfully of accelerating sustainability. In LA County, Long Beach is the largest urban ocean city in the county of Los Angeles, so we're incredibly close to sustainability efforts, and we dedicate extensive human and institutional resources into sustainability initiatives. And we very much appreciate being able to be part of this project and to bring our innovative process that leverages both analog and digital experience to create co-created solutions for communities. Interesting, as we heard before, that within the SELA area, and we're very grateful for their support along this process, Long Beach is a big sister city to a lot of little sister SELA cities around the region. So we are also looking for our ability as a big city to support the smaller cities and to use the resources like our university that they don't have available to them. So to speak very quickly, we have prepared for this process through first an experiential design sprint surrounded on the topic of sustainability and the sustainable development goals. Then we took the process to understand the county and the brief, the region, the context, and our own strengths. We dissected the client brief and synthesized that with our field research, as well as understanding the online communication that was prevalent in Cudahy, and synthesized that into our own mission statements. What we discovered from that work was there were kind of two really strong tracks. So we developed two different teams to pursue those two tracks. And now we're looking for a brief that calls not only for sustainable transportation, but also for sustainable, scalable co-creation as a model for driving different solutions in different cities, because it's all very contextual. So we're going to leverage existing assets in order to create a resilient solution that the county can invest in and be sure that it has some longevity and is consistently edited by the community. So with that, I will turn it over to our first group.
Hello, everybody. Let me just share my screen. Can you guys see it? All right. Well, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Raul Garza. I am the project manager and partnership lead for this group. My background is in cognitive science with a specialization in human-computer interaction from UC San Diego.
Hi, everyone. My name is Nargis. I have a background in computer science and engineering. I acted as storyteller and the designer for this project.
Hello, everyone. My name is Michael Chateau. My background is in industrial design. I got my undergraduate here at CSULB, and I was partnership lead and designer for this project.
And lastly, hello, everyone. My name is Allison Janacek. I also come from a background in industrial design from CSULB, and I function as a designer in this project.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. So the name of our project is called Connect. which stands for the Cudahy Neighborhood Energy Conscious Transit. So basically, we started with going into Cudahy and basically observing, immersing ourselves with people and the motion of the city. We went on to the CART system, an existing solution or existing transportation system in Cudahy, and we wrote it, and we found that Cudahy is a very tight-knit Spanish-speaking community that, like many other Southeast Los Angeles cities, deserves more reliable transportation systems where they can feel safe and comfortable. Our process was going into Cudahy, exploring, observing, and interviewing with the people there. From our observations, we were able to really get a good glimpse into the nature of how people got around Cudahy and what they were like. We wanted to focus primarily on existing solutions that we could improve upon and leverage with our own implementations. So for our proposal, we decided to take a holistic view at the situation and what is feasible given our funds and timing. We determined that the best course of action would be to go into Cudahy and try to inspire people to act with organic events where they can educate themselves and take part in learning about the system we're proposing. So our proposal would be a multimodal, interconnected transportation system that would provide Cudahy residents with expanded options and experiences in the choice of healthy, environmentally friendly commuting options. Our proposal would be unique because it is interconnected with different methods of transportation like bicycles, electric vehicle, car share, and the existing bus system that is currently present there. From our research, we found that there are some central hubs in Cudahy, mainly being Cudahy Park, Cudahy Plaza, and the schools in the area. So we took that into account to basically choose places that would be most beneficial to the people in the area and so they could have access to those different types of transportation that we're gonna implement in there. We found that riding the cart, we saw that there was a majority of elderly people and women that used it a lot to get around. And we wanted to kind of design around that and focus primarily on those demographics. So Allison, if you'd like to go.
Oh, thank you. So we're just going to take a quick look at what this might look like in action. We have our first contender here, female. She would find out about the Connect system through one of her neighbors. As we mentioned, it's a quite knit community. She is able to download the app where she is able to see the amount of bikes that are available and make a reservation for one. She walks to the bike station and takes it to the local cart stop where there is a return station that she is able to dock the bike at, getting on the cart and traveling to our destination. Our second example is our man here. He is attending a community outreach event where he finds out about the Connect system, intrigued by the concept, again, downloading the app to learn more about the services. And he opts to use the EV cars available to him for some errands instead of taking his current car and losing his spot on the street. So through the app, he again makes a reservation. He is able to locate this vehicle, use it for quick grocery errands. And while shopping, we were proposing an idea where you would be able to pick up other residents along the way. So he opts into this service, picks up another local resident, and then is able to drop them off at their destination and return the vehicle to the station.
So to wrap things up, we would assume that our project would have an impact because it would increase the mobility options that Cudahy residents have and also improving their health, given the types of transportation we're proposing. We also would like to educate and inspire the people there, especially the younger generations, to learn about and participate in sustainability and Cudahy. We also believe this would be a viable solution because there are programs similar to what we're proposing that we could also partner with different programs like the ones in San Pedro and Pacoima. And we believe our solution is scalable because we can easily add more units to the different locations, and it would be affordable because they are not that EV focused yet. We wanted
Thank you.
to
Thank you very much. We want to have time to hear from the second group as well.
Thank you. I'll stop sharing.
We are at time, so you can wrap it up.
Awesome. We'll go through our presentation really quickly. Clarissa, if you want to start, you're muted now.
Sorry about that, you guys. So today we're going to highlight CSULB's Yo Nos Ride. It pretty much highlights the free, sustainable transportation owned and operated by the local community, and it capitalizes on social networks to build the trust and reliability. Our CSULB design group consists of Parisa, myself, Clarissa, Parmise, Brent, and Kelby. The overall challenge that we wanted to present is to have the residents be cultivated through this ability to have a sustainability community, also improve the public transportation and social mobility throughout the space, but also have an affordable transportation system for the low-income community. This improves the person's health with cleaner air and having the future of Cudahy be proposed upon the design of developing a sustainable community upon a high population. Engaging this community through digital services and devices will pretty much outreach the community input through communication. Throughout our background, we've done personal interviews, scholastic representatives, and community leaders that are very relative to the generational families that lived throughout the city and highlighted the social, inadequate social justice throughout. High communication movement, environmental relationships throughout the city have been displayed throughout the Cudahy region. Our proposal is to have Cudahy to continue to have this deep, meaningful relationships and these strong social networks that will help educate and excite the community about these transportational solutions and also power these citizens to build the future. Not only Cudahy has a cleaner and healthier environment, but also have this sharing system of golf carts will pretty much enable the communities to take a green and sustainable transportation route throughout, and building trust with the communities and empowering each individual. These details of approach, as you can see, the map that would pretty much highlight the chargers being found at local parks, churches, schools, and shopping centers. They will also be carefully spread throughout residential areas to increase access. Users will be able to use the carts as a charging station throughout the city, and stations will be carefully located in trusted locations and be affiliated with various businesses to highlight local inferences. Cudahy is actually known today to have like a high density of cars and have a social injustice of pretty much having inability to be represented through their cars parking situation. Kelby will now introduce the ideal case.
Yeah, so in our research, we spoke to a lady, her name was Maria. She was walking to the grocery store. So ideally using this system, she would be able to actually borrow an electric golf cart similar to a program that we've researched in Chicago. So she would be able to borrow a local electric golf cart to use to get her groceries done. She would also be able to pick up her child from school, giving other neighbor children a ride home. And then with these conveniently located charging stations, she would be able to drop it off very close to home so that she would be able to get more groceries, buy in bulk, saving money, as well as help other neighbor children get home without walking on busy streets. We also talked about implementing some kind of reward system to be able to help incentivize the community to be able to make use of this system. So moving along, we did take a look at some different details. We have some ideas for advertising. We have some ideas for future accessories and additions to these kinds of carts. And we also took a look at the budget and key personnel that you guys can take a look at later on with our materials. So we really appreciate your time. And this has been our second proposal from CSULB. Thank you.
Thank you very much to the team. And as we share the resources, you'll see there's extensive resources. The Immersive Design Research Lab worked on this over the summer, and these teams have collected lots of video and photographic information. And so we look forward to sharing that. Thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you very much, Heather, and thank you very much to the team. The CSO task force member who's hoping to serve as a respondent to the project is unable to be with us today. So stepping in is Judith Parker, my colleague and the Emmy Award-winning narrative coach who has been helping all Pando Days projects hone their submissions. Judith, we're past time, so let's just do one quick question. Judith, over to you.
Okay, I just managed to lose audio, didn't I? I mean, video. There we go. Okay, Heather, thank you. Thank you, Eugene. Thank you, Heather, and thanks to your team. You've set a high bar. Heather, you've stated that the city of the future will have healthier air due to responsive sustainability efforts, and you've given us a very informed view of the necessity of clean transportation. So my question to you is just where do you want to take it from here? What are your next steps?
What the students have developed, and even though the proposals are very different, is that leveraging the existing system that's there that's highly used is to mapping different mobility modes to that system. And what we've discovered is that mobility is connected to communication. Some of that's online. You can see what the values are of the community online and politically. And both of those things, mobility and communication are interwoven to create community identity. So the next step would be to take this back into the community, and with the contacts and the communication that's already been established, start to deploy this in a very small way and to test it and let it grow organically with the community.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Judith, and thank you, Heather.